Welcome to this month's Market Update. I'm here today with Dr. Vivian Xu, a member of Frontier Advisors, Capital Markets and Asset Allocation team. Hi there, Vivian.
Hi, Wayne.
Well, another year drawing to a close. Good opportunity for us to just maybe look back with a bit of a review of the year that was. And let's start maybe with global markets. What are some of the major signals and indicators that you've been watching or perhaps still watching at the moment?
Yes, it's been an eventful year.
Sure has.
So the global market in aggregate has been holding up resilient over the course of 2024. In particular, the US economy has been doing very well. We've seen the US economy has been backed by the solid consumer consumption, and we saw the service demand has been running strong with a reasonably strong labor market.
Yes.
Another factor that added to the strong US economy was that during this year, the US Fed has pivoted into a rate cutting cycle, and the lower the interest rate is expected to increase the probability of soft landing or no landing scenario. However, on the other hand, the risk still remains high as the number of key indicators are still negative, like the consumer sentiment and the manufacturing PMI index that we've been tracking. So overall, the US economy has been doing well, but there are areas of concern.
Sure. How about in Europe?
Well, yes, Europe is a completely different picture to the US because most of the countries are seeing a slowing in growth, and particularly Germany is in recession with a negative GDP growth.
Yes.
This was dragged by weak manufacturing activity, and also the trade outlook has been deteriorating given the geopolitical tensions globally.
Yes.
Yeah. And in other areas in the world, like Japan is another story as well.
Yes.
Japan is in a very different cycle compared to other advanced economies. The inflation in Japan has picked up this year domestically, which it is in contrast to Japan's long-standing historical deflationary pressure.
Okay, so let's turn our gaze back towards home and in the Australian economy. What are some of the signals and indicators there that have caught your eye?
Yep. The Australian economy here is more aligned with the European picture.
Yes.
The Australian economy has been particularly slow. This is because the high living cost restricts household consumption, and also the external trade has been deteriorating with a weak China and fluctuating commodity prices.
Yes.
So another factor adding to Australian slow growth is that the RBA is still on pause. The rate cut is priced to come in no earlier than 2025. So that also adds to the challenging outlook at home.
Yes.
We've looked at the data. The slowing of GDP in Australia, a large part of it was driven by the decline in export, especially the resources sector export. And the reason for that would be the commodity prices for a number of major commodities that we export have been declining this year. This includes iron ore, oil, and agricultural products.
Yes.
These are important to Australian economy, and with the declining prices in the long term, the supply demand imbalance will continue to put downward pressure on commodity prices, and will likely to put downward pressure on growth.
Okay, so that's 2024. Now let's look ahead to 2025. What's your outlook for the big secular themes that we might be facing and dealing with in 2025?
The Frontier Capital Market team has just released our annual secular outlook for 2024 to 2025. In this research, we examined a number of different secular themes that we think are going to have potentially important impact on global growth and inflationary outlook. We covered the themes including debt, globalisation, demographics, productivity, inequality, and climate change. We also spent a fair amount of effort on looking at the neutral interest rate, which has been a key driver of the market in 2024, and there's a lot of debate around it. So check out our annual secular outlook for more details.
It's a great document and certainly sets out a number of challenges and a little bit of hope around areas like artificial intelligence as well. So
Absolutely.
Some things to look forward to there as well. There'll be a lot to unpack next year. I look forward to working through that with you. Thanks for your update today, and thanks for watching this month's Market Update.